is ahead. He's got Crinkle in front. Alexi takes it strong to the cup.
Here in the inside, Stanley Pringle.
Oh, nice pirouette off the glass, off the crossover.
What a block from Jared in the middle and goal.
Oh, big block. Tough matchup to work with. It's the basket. Nick Boom.
It's a kabagot. Forward ahead to RR. Bang! Bang!
A brand new week means a brand new start for these two squads dito po sa inyong Wednesday PBA action. Naubusan ng gasolina ang Kia Picanto sa kanilang laban kontra Meralco pero inaasahan nila na makatulong ang mga bagong muka sa kanilang koponan. Sa kabila naman nabigo ang TNT Katropa sa pagkamit ng 3-game winning streak dahil sa mainit na shooting ng Magnolia Hotshots. Kaya naman ang tanong, anong kuponan ang mauuna sa road to recovery? Alamin po natin dito sa Mall of Asia Arena para sa inyong PBA Philippine Cup action live on ESPN5. Thank you so much for joining us. Chuck Araneta, kasama si Dominic Uy and buong puwersa ng ESPN5 with Ms. Riza Diaz manning the sidelines. And Dom, another disappointing finish of course for the Kia Picanto against the Meralco Bolt. Same thing also for TNT. Kaya alam natin na at the midway point of this conference, ganado itong dalawang magkabilong koponan na makakuha ng panalo to put themselves in good position for the playoffs.
Oh, definitely, Chuck. Itong dalawang koponan na to nanggaling sa pagkatalo. At TNT right now, they're middle already in the pack. Ito namang Kia nandun sa dulo. Kia kinakailangan ng 5 sunod-sunod na panalo para makapasok into the quarterfinals. Itong TNT, maybe 3-3 going into the next, or 3-2 going into the next 5 games for them. Pero looks like that these two teams, especially Kia, back to square one.
Definitely.
You know, what happened to them in that last game against Meralco, tinambakan ulit itong Kia Picanto. And that's not how you want to be able to come off a win.
Yes.
Di ba nanggaling sila sa pagkapanalo kalaban ng rain or shine? Such a resounding win for them. Kala nila tapos na ang madidilim na araw para sa Kia Picanto. But it happened once again. You look at the assists, Kia only with 10 assists. Look at the bench points, Kia with only 26 bench points. And, you know, it was pretty much a blowout game. It seemed like a lack of effort in terms of the players for Kia in that ball game.
Maybe a lack of personnel also. Alam natin na marami sa kanilang mga manlalaro ang wala nung huling Miyerkules, mga manlalaro tulad nila Eric Camson, J.R. Reyes. Kaya naman, they're hoping that the comeback of those guys will be able to help their team here. Now, we talk about the TNT Katropa. They were on a 2-game winning streak. Ang ganda ng pinapakita nila sa mga huling laro nila. They had a game plan prepared for the Magnolia Hotshots and Purple Lee. However, nakontrolado nila si Lee Dome. Pero it was the other players, the other stars, the mga tulad ni Justin Melton, pati na rin si Mark Andy Baroca. Yan ang mga pumutok para sa Magnolia Hotshots. Kaya naman, ang sinabi ni Coach Nash Rosella, it is about the attention to detail and making sure na they game plan for every single player that they're going to be facing.
It's great that Coach Nash Rosella was able to really see that, you know, it was a lapse in terms of being able to adjust. Maganda, nagawa na nila against Paul Lee. And then Paul Lee did play really in the second half, but it was Baroca and Melton that really was able to get things going para dito sa Magnolia. And they ended up losing kasi third quarter in pivotal.
Yes.
And that's when they got outscored 27-17. And they never looked back after that, itong Magnolia Hotshots. So for TNT, expect them to come out really strong in today's ball game. They want to be able to bounce back, especially guys like Jason Castro, who for sure narinig yan from the coaches that you know, him and RR Garcia and the other guards need to be able to step it up in today's ball game.
Well, alamin natin ang ginawa ng TNT pati na rin ng Kia para paghandaan itong mahalagang laro. For that, let's turn it over to the third member of our team, Ms. Riza Diaz.
Chuck, TNT, hard lesson learned nga yung huli nilang pagkatalo sa Magnolia. In this game, ang paalala ni Coach Nash Rosella, let us respect our opponent. Let us continue on respecting the game. Hindi nga daw po porket lower team standing or lower ranking sa team standing ang makakalaban nila, hindi na sila lalaro to their potential. Again, it's all about respect. Now, if they think, according to Coach Nash Rosella, that they are better than Kia, then they have to show that on the court. Chuck.
Maraming salamat, Riza. And, you know, it's a perfect lesson learned nga sabi nga ni Coach Nash, no? Because Kia showed the rest of the PBA na kapag hindi mo sila pinaghandaan, you will pay the price like the Rain or Shine Lasso Painters did. Now, we look at some of the up-and-coming players on this Kia Picanto squad, and you have to start with Rashawn McCarthy through the thick and thin, Dom. Throughout all the struggles, there has been one consistent player, and that is this guy, Rashawn McCarthy.
You look at his numbers against Meralco, it was really a lack of, you mentioned, of personnel. I felt it was they got outplayed by Meralco in that ball game. 17 points for McCarthy. They need to be able to compete every single possession, which is what they did in rain or shine. Pero nung nangyari din sa Meralco, parang bumalik nga dun sa dati. Itong Kia Picanto. They have some additions in today's lineup. We know a couple of guys who were not healthy who will be suiting up in today's ball game. Tingnan lang natin how effective they will be.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, kilalanin na natin ang mga parating na mga bida nasa sakagap sa gera dito sa Mall of Asia Arena. We'll send it over to our Coliseum announcer as we take a look at the starting lineup.
Starting forward also forward from Lemony, Batangas, and center number 1 from Ibagan, Isabela, starting guard from Reynolds, Isabela, and also guard from and now, let's take this starting line of TNT Jan. Starting forward from the Gayana, number 18, Roy Rosario. Also forward, number 16, from Cebu, Roy. And center number 21, also from Cebu, and guard number 10, from Batangas, Ryan Ruiz. And also guard number 17, Jason Castro. And coach of the Catrona is Dish Rasa. And the officials are voting in for the visa.
Silipin po natin ang starting lineup para sa magkabilang koponan. As the Kia Picanto, they begin with Rashawn McCarthy, Ronald Tubid, Eric Camson, Bongalianza, and returning Jack Corpus. And for TNT, they've got Jason Castro, Ryan Reyes, Kelly Williams, Roger Pagoy, and Troy Rosario. This quarter is brought to you by Cobra. Simula na ang labanan ng tunay na lakas. Good to see Jackson Corpus back in the lineup. No, only played 3 games this conference so far, averaged 11 points and 8.7 rebounds. I'm sure that the team is happy to have Jack Corpus back. Lalo na
And
si Ricky
exactly with what he's doing, yung energy na pinapakita niya simula pa lang. Nakita mo kung paano siya tumutulong dun sa mga pick and rolls. That is very important for Kia, especially coming off that game against Meralco.
Begin with a turnover for the TNT Katropa. Another player also returning to the lineup na tumira kagad, itong si Eric Camson, who served his 1-game suspension in the loss against the Meralco Bolts. So another scorer na makukuha uli ng Kia Picanto, but scoring. Jason Castro getting us started with that floater in the paint.
Well, that's what he wanted to do earlier dun sa first play, but because of that defense of Jackson Corpus helping out on that pick and roll, but that time, wala na pick and roll, dire-diretso na.
Rashawn McCarthy is 1 for 1 to start this game. Pasabog ka agad ng 3 para sa Kia Picanto.
Well, Kia starting out with a little bit of pressure on those guards. Try to disrupt the offense of TNT.
And if you're Kia, Dom, mahalaga din ba if you're also trying to make Jason Castro play both sides of the floor?
Oh,
so
definitely.
Rashawn's got to attack him
Oh,
also.
you got to be able to attack him para mapagod.
Yes.
And you hope that he won't be as effective on the offensive end.
Because usually Jason will come off the bench, tapos si R.R. Garcia yung starter. But ngayon, Coach Nash Rosella is not playing around, sending his strongest 5 already to start this
Plus,
ballgame.
you want to be able to sharpen him right away because coming off that game, 14 points nga siya. Pero yung shooting, hindi ganun kaganda. And, you know, you look at what happened all throughout that ball game, a lot of his points came in the first 2 quarters.
He tried to lead the comeback in the 4th quarter, pero kinapos sila. It was actually led by Moala Tautua as Jackson Corpus with his first free throws of this ball game. This is one of the promising frontcourt players. Yes, absolutely. It's his left, I believe his left wrist or his left hand. Yun yung naka-bandage ngayon, yung kaliwang kamay niya. And I understood he was expected to return maybe end of February or middle of Feb. Pero
Valentine's Day yata eh.
Kaya nakapula din sila. Kinakailangan siya kagad ng Picanto eh. Kelly Williams, atake na naman.
Gotta love that spacing on the floor by TNT, keeping the defense of Kia guessing because of the athleticism nung big man ng TNT. Kaya naman napakadali ng play na yun.
Well, they've got athleticism at every position sa kanilang frontcourt. Maaring isang point of attack din ba yan? Yung mga frontcourt players, of course, guys like itong si Troy and Kelly Williams.
Oh, definitely. You know, you have the advantage basically in every position against Kia. And where they're going to attack, ang tanong na lang dyan, who will deliver? But also, you can never take the attack away from a guy like Jason Castro because he's your most potent scorer.
Jason Castro's already got 5 points in this game. That floater and the 3-pointer, and the Blur is off to a great start here in the Mall of Asia Arena. McCarthy atake. Inabot dito kay Eric Camson kontra Kelly Williams at tinabutan siya ng kamay ni Kelly. So free throws muna si Eric Camson.
Camson, you can see that one game suspension that he served Ganado, wanting to be able to get back in the scoring form.
Wide open si Jason Castro from the 3-point line.
That's one of the things that Kia has to work on. They're the team that gives up the highest percentage pagdating sa 3-point shooting ng kalaban. So that means they're not able to close out.
Is that a kasama rin ba yan sa mga sinasabi ni Coach Ricky Dandan na maybe attention to detail at saka knowing also yung personnel?
Tsaka effort yan eh.
Oh, hindi mo dapat iwan si Jason Castro for sure.
Well, you have to pick your poison with Jason Castro. Do you want him to shoot the outside?
Uh-oh. Kelly Williams with the hammer in the first quarter. Williams skying once again for that throwdown, and it continues to add to his impressive resume of dunks late in his career.
Parang mas mataas pa siya tumalon ngayon kaysa dati.
Diba? Parang dati, marami siyang ngayon mas violent yung dunks niya. No?
Parang mas mabilis yung pag-angat.
Galit sa rim. Fade away from Camson will not drop. Here comes the Katropa. They are up by 1 point right now, 10-9. Blur, atake. Tumubsob si Jay dun sa may bandang under the goal stand, but he is fouled. And the Picanto will be giving up that foul as we see here this nice find by Ryan Reyes over to Kelly.
And you look at how the guards are able to attack and draw that defense. Not just the initial defense, but even the help. And once that help came in, libreng yung big man, nice assist.
Well, Eric Camson's gonna have his hands full trying to slow down Kelly. Pero yung pwedeng gawin din kasi ni Camson can actually stroke it from the outside. So let's see if yun yung pansagot ng Kia Picanto. Alright, dribblers, open your Moneyball app dahil ito na ang ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball question. Sino ang unang head coach ni Marquee ng Kia sa PBA? Is it 1, Chod Reyes, number 2, Leo Isaac, or number 3, Yang Yao? It's a good question, right?
Oh, parang
marami na rin teams na napuntan si Marquee.
Oo.
Laro na rin yan sa Meralco ata, Global for Kia. TNT, naglaro din siya sa TNT. Kelly, back shot is good. Kelly Williams off to a nice start.
6 points for Kelly Williams.
13-12, back and forth we go. Both teams have been shooting well in this first period. Camson for 3. Again, trying to draw out Kelly Williams, pero hindi umubra ang kanyang tres.
A little bit impatient that time itong si Eric Camson.
Troy Rosario, right corner. That will not fall. 2 bits with the board. If TNT can put some points on the board, as Calyanza nails that 3, malaking bagay yan para sa kanila. They are number 10 in the league in points, surprisingly for the TNT squad, only shooting 89 points per game.
Well, the good thing about them in today's ball game is they have made 3 3-point shots already.
Shot will not fall for Rosario. Picanto's 11th at 88. So both teams might be looking to get their scoring on track to get an advantage. Tubid over to Jack Corpus kontra kay Roger Pagoy. Corpus atake. Nice spin move from Jack Corpus. At magandang panimula para sa Picanto. They are scoring inside and outside and also getting to the free throw line. Abante sila ng 4 na puntos. 17-14 kontra TNT. Surprising 4-point lead for the Kia Picantos. They've come to play hard. Sa kabila naman, it has been Jason Castro that has led the charge for TNT in this ball game. Parang gustong-gusto ni The Blur na makabawi sa so-so performance niya kontra sa Magnolia Hotshots Dom.
For 14 points, so-so performance para kay Jason Castro.
So-so.
But it's 5 out of 16. And you look at this, yung 5 turnovers ang pinakamabigat para dito kay Jason Castro, and also just 5 assists.
Yes.
You know, for Jason Castro, when he's attacking, when he's getting a lot of the attention of the defense, he can either shoot, score, or he can pass and set up his teammates. That's when he's most effective.
How good do you have to be no kung so-so lang yung 14-5
Jason Castro.
assist Jason Castro? Yes. yan ang peg ng so-so para kay Jason Castro. Rosario, top of the game, may tangan. Dribble handoff, naghahanap ng mapasahan. Ryan Reyes. 10 seconds on the shot clock, and the floater is beautiful, beautifully made by Roger Pagoy.
Let's put it into better perspective yung kay Jason Castro. Yung efficiency kasi niya ang mababa doon because of the shooting and because of the turnovers. The 5 rebounds, that's about right. The 5 assists, maybe a little bit more. Maybe you want to look at 7, 8 assists for him. And it's really yung efficiency niya ang nagka-problema in the last game.
And it's doing it also against Magnolia. Alam natin, one of the better defensive teams. No, you got guys like Halalon, Paroca that were hounding him the entire game. Agresibong offensive rebound ni Jack Corpus. Tamahan din natin si R. Pagoy. Ano nangyari dun? Someone always gets hurt when Jack Corpus is on the floor. Or yun yung brand of basketball talaga ni Jack Corpus.
There's always contact.
You will know he's on the floor.
Gusto niya yung kiskisan.
Gusto niya yung walang comfort. Hindi ka komportable pag nasa loob si Jack Corpus. Gotta wonder though also how effective will he be, no? Nakabandage din yung dalawa niyang daliri. Pagoy. Finding Kelly inside. Great defense by the Picanto on the floor. Too big, too strong. Kelly Williams with the end-one play.
Just a competitor itong si Jackson Corpus. You gotta admire, you know, other players may not play through the injury of a Jackson Corpus.
Kelly Williams with the second serving. That's Machine Gun Kelly. Ganda ng pinimula ni Williams already with 8 points all in this first period.
Oh, the shot for Kelly Williams.
So, alam natin sa Kia wala yung best front court player nila na si J.R. Reyes, no? So he's still injured right now. I believe it's an
Third
ankle.
game, no?
Yeah, it's a third game. I think it's an ankle injury. So calf
injury,
So, yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
So without J.R. Reyes, it's gonna fall on guys like Corpus, Capson, and Marquis to try to slow down. Itong
Well, that could be
front court ng
a good thing for Kia. Why? Because these guys are quicker than J.R. Reyes. And yung mga big man ng TNT, mabibilis eh. So you need to be able to extend out and recover.
Ari Garcia is in the ball game for TNT, replacing Jason Castro. Floats inside, will not fall, Tubid to the board. Ibinito paharap dito kay Galanza. Bong Galanza goes to the fadeaway, di umabra. Anthony Semra grabbing that rebound. Ito na naman ang TNT nagmamadali. Kelly Williams sent back by Camzon. Great defense by Kia once again. Galianza getting the step.
Almost got lucky there.
This is the effort that Coach Ricky Dandan expected from his team. Nung they got the win, he expected that to carry over versus Meralco, and it just didn't happen.
And that was a tough one when they played Meralco. Meralco also, you know, a team that was looking for wins at that time. So, alam mong gigil. And coming off that big win, yun nga, yung magiging battle cry or motivating speech ng coach, sigurado, tignan nyo, pag hindi natin sineryoso ang laban, may matatalo ka. And, you know, for a team like Kia, obviously, on a 16-game losing streak prior to that game, that just fueled it more for the opposing team.
And don't look now, Dom, but what a nice sight to see this man back on the floor. Russell Escoto returning to the Kia Picanto lineup. This is the big man of Kia, drafted in 2016 nung sa Gilas Cadet draft. And you know, if this guy can give him just a little bit of minutes sa kanyang pagdevelop, then that's gonna be a huge thing for his team. Alright, dribblers, ang tamang sagot sa ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball question ay number 3, Yang Yao. So Barako, malamang sa Barako yan, no? Red Bull, one of those teams in 2000s. Norbert Torres taking care of those free throws. And if you're Coach Ricky Dandan, what can you, what are the expectations for a guy like Escoto? Obviously, he's gonna work his way back into game shape. Maybe just a few minutes, no? Para lang
Just a few
get
minutes, get some rebounds, get into the flow of things, get into some sort of rhythm, get some confidence. Iba yung sa ensayo, iba yung sa laro eh.
Silipin natin itong drive ni Eric Camson. Brought to you by United Auctioneers Inc., the biggest auction company in the Philippines. ISO certified, sa bidding, ikaw ang bida. Eric Camson cannot get that free throw to fall. So it is still a 1-point lead for Adika Tropa. We have a report right now from Ms. Riza Diaz.
Jack, kakwentuhan ko kanina si Eric Camson at ang sabi nga niya ang daming lessons from that first game suspension he ever had in his career plus paying 30,000 pesos in fines. Ang sabi niya first is selflessness dahil nga natalo sila against the Bulls and he wasn't able to play, hindi siya nakatulog. Naramdaman niya, nakita niya yung importansya niya sa kupunan na to and that's a big responsibility. Second lesson is to lower the pride. Sabi niya pag magkita kami ni Raymond dahil alam ko na nauna ako doon at may mali ako, siya daw ang una mag-a-apologize. Charles.
Maraming salamat, Ms. Riza Diaz.
Alam mo,
anytime kailangan mo magbayad ng 30 kaw, mag-iisip ka talaga ng malalim.
Pero alam mo maganda, lesson learned, diba? Even for him. And he's gonna reach out dun sa na katunggali. Yeah, and you know, I've heard that he's been really reaching out. He also reached out, he's now my Facebook friend.
Oh, he's really reaching out. He's really looking for a different look at life. Rosario, undergoal stab will not work for Troy. Ang tanong, in-accept mo ba?
Oo naman.
Eric
Friends na kami ngayon.
Yan. That baseline drive for Rashawn McCarthy will not fall. Tumapak sa out of bounds. So that's another turnover on the Katropa na lamang ng 3 puntos, 22-19.
Well, after that timeout, it has been a 9-2 run for TNT in the last 3 minutes.
Everything coming, lone shot of Kia coming from that end one play ni Eric Camson. We're seeing also John Gabriel, who had a nice game against the Meralco Bolts. Got a lot of minutes in the 4th period. Anthony Semerad handing on over to Ari Garcia with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Napalakas ang pasa ni Garcia para dito kay Torres. Turnover. And another new face also for the Picanto as Carlo Lastimosa also joining the lineup, no?
I think this is a really good pickup for Kia. And inaabangan na natin yan kasi 3 games ago pa nila nakuha yan. This actually should have been his 3rd game already to play. However, the day before his first game, natapilok itong si Carlo Lastimosa.
22-19 lamang ang Katropa ng 3 butos.
Press break 3. Pag nagtutuwan yan, dediretso sa zone.
Welcome back to the Mall of Asia Arena kung saan tambalan ng Kia Picanto and TNT Katropa. We take a look at one of their young up-and-coming players in John Gabriel. Had to answer the call because of all of the missing front-court players ng Picanto. Wala si J.R. Reyes, wala si Eric Camson, wala rin si Russell Escoto, and even Jackson Corpus. Kaya naman nag-step up etong si John Gabriel. And Coach Ricky Nandan saw some nice things. Well, tawag din na silver lining ika nga, no? Because John Gabriel was able to show that he can also compete. Back to live action as that's a turnover on the Picanto. Semeran nagmamadali. And another attack from TNT. And when Kia, of course, turns the ball over, it leads to a lot of opportunities that they have hard time stopping.
If you look at the numbers of Kia, when they turn the ball over, it's difficult for them.
Yes.
Obviously, any team, if you turn the ball over a lot, it's very difficult to win ball games. But it's magnified with Kia because they're not a a high-scoring team to begin with. So when you turn the ball over, you take away those opportunities.
The Bolts, to your point, Dong, got 24 points from turnovers sa kanilang pagkapanalo kontra sa Picanto. Kailangan ng name tags yung mga Kia ng players, no? Kasi meron kang Carlo Lastimosa, Russell Escoto. These guys were not on this team to start this conference. Gabriel, shot will not fall. Rebounded by Ryan Reyes. Reyes ang may tangan kontra Lastimosa, top of the key. Norbert Torres, Semerad. Specialty of the house for Harvey Carey will not fall. Dan Zara atake kontra dito kay R. Garcia, hindi umubra. TNT's on the run once again, Anthony Semerad. Harvey Carey trying to put the moves on the youngster Gabriel. That's 2 straight misses for the veteran.
I like how Dan Zara has been given the opportunity here at Kia. You can see that he's a guy that needs minutes to be able to really hone his talent a little bit more. So ang gandang opportunity
Yes.
pag napunta ka dito sa Kia din.
That's really, you really are gonna get minutes, so you're gonna get games, you're gonna get quarters to show what you can do. Yan na!
Sinigurado
Nakilala
ng
na.
Harvey Carey.
Yun yung automatic. And welcome back, Russell Escoto, getting that 3-point shot to fall. Former FEU Tamaraw, back in the lineup para sa Kia. Galanza. Carlo Lastimosa for 3. Hindi rin pumasok para kay Lastimosa. Kia will take a lot of shots, though. They are 3rd in the league in 3-point makes per game, 10.3. So, kasama din talaga yun sa atake nila. Tanong is kung if they'll be able to make it on a consistent basis as etong si Glenn Cobontin. Babalik na rin sa, actually we'll be seeing for the first time in this game after this free throw from Harvey Carey.
If you remember Glenn Cobontin, he's one of the big reasons why they were able to get that first win against Rain or Shine. He came in that 3rd quarter and provided yung opensiba na kinakailangan ng Kia.
That famous knockout play na ginawa ni Marquis sa jump ball, no?
Pero sa dulo na lang yun, di ba? If you
Yes.
put things together, you know, yung binigay nila ron si Glenn Cobontin and even the other guys being able to help out and provide those minutes, it's got to be a total team effort for Kia.
I've never believed personally that one play can decide the game. It's always a...
Pagtawid yun.
Yes.
Pagtawid yun.
Exactly.
Obviously, that was a crucial play. That's what sealed the win for Kia.
Pero bakit umabot sa punto na yan, di ba? Na they'll need to get a jump ball to go their way for rain or shine. Lastimosa handling. Escoto shooting. Will not fall for Russell. Carey battling for that loose ball. It goes to Dan Zara, and the activity of Dan Zara has been a nice pick-me-up para dito sa Kia Picanto as they handle with 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Lastimosa once again. 6 seconds for Cobontin to create. Glenn Cobontin, the runner in the lane. Will not drop. Norbert Torres with the board. 20 seconds remaining in the first period. And R. Garcia can handle. Ooh.
Well, Dan Zara trying to get position against Harvey Carey, but Carey actually was ahead of him. He wanted to seal him and get that quick pass down low.
Wasted opportunity for the Kia Picanto to get a defensive stop dahil sa free throws etong si Harvey Carey. We're also seeing for the first time this game, Levy Hernandez, the second-year man, papasok sa loob para dito sa TNT Katropa as Coach Nash Rosella really stretching his bench here in this first quarter.
Well, he's giving opportunities to guys that don't really get too many minutes. And I like how he's doing it early in the ball game.
6-point lead for TNT. Lastimosa, gifted scorer. Escoto, pull up in the lane, almost made it, but look at the activity once again of John Gabriel. At meron pa siyang naiambag na 2 puntos para sa Kia Picanto to finish this first quarter. TNT though taking a 4-point lead into the second. Mabante po sila ng 4, 28-24. Take a look at this final play of this first quarter. This power move of the quarter is brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Tunay na lakas. Stick around for the second quarter of the PBA here on ESPN 5. Monster Moala Tautua has had a nice start to this Philippine Cup campaign. Almost led a comeback in the fourth quarter kontra sa Magnolia Hotshots. Dom, kinapos lang. But if TNT can continue to get this kind of performances from Moala Tautua, that is going to be a huge boost for them down the stretch. But we have some unfortunate news for Tautua as we send it over to Ms. Riza Diaz.
Chuck, unfortunate nga because Moto Tua will not be playing for TNT Katropa today. We got news that last night he's been throwing up. They suspect na nagkaroon siya ng food poisoning. And earlier this morning, Mo is still trying kung bubuti ang kanyang kondisyon at kung makakalaro siya. But apparently, hindi pa rin at nagsusuka pa rin. So Mo was advised to just rest and hopefully sa ensayo, a day after today, or a day after ngayon ng laro, makabalik na siya. Chuck.
Thank you so much, Riza Diaz. Unfortunate news as TNT will have to play without Moala Tautua.
Well, the good thing for them is they got a number of guys who can take his place. And, you know, the key for Mo Tautua is to be able to hydrate. Diba? Pag na-food poisoning ka, obviously nagsusuka ka, you're going up and down with that. And that's why they want to be able to, they're looking ahead already. They're looking at the future. You know, Mo Tautua, like you said, maganda yung pinapakita niya this conference and they need him in the next coming games.
Hydrate ang sagot dyan kung talagang food poisoning.
Or IV. IV na malamang ang katapat dyan.
Definitely. Kelly Williams, free throw line jumper will not fall. Second quarter is just underway here in the Mall of Asia Arena kung saan umabante ng 4 na puntos ang TNT Katropa. This quarter is brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka! Obuntin, right corner 3 will not fall. Kelly Williams with the board. Sumabit etong si John Gabriel. Mapipituan siya na foul.
9 points for Kelly Williams already in the first quarter and 7 for Jason Castro. So that's a start that they want for these two players. For Kia naman, ang ganda rin ng simula nila. They actually had the lead in the first few minutes. And then you can see that they're competing.
Yes.
And you can see that maliksi yung galaw nitong Kia ngayon.
You know, having also guys back, no, like Lastimosa, we know is a proven scorer in this league. Russell Escoto also, a big man that can play defense. Gaano siya makakatulong, you know, for the stretch of games for Kia in this conference?
Well, for Carlos Lastimosa, it really depends on how he'll blend with the other guys in this league. Obviously, the scoring nandyan yan. Pero yung, it's one thing to score, it's another thing to be able to have that chemistry with your teammates. So that's the thing that they'll need to work on, and only time will tell. Dun sa ganon. Si Russell Escoto rin, alam naman natin anong nagagawa niya. He can shoot from the outside, has a lot of things. He can get rebounds, play good defense. So again, also, it's a guy that's been out for quite some time na kinakailangan laruin din niya throughout. And to see, Coach Ricky's task now is sino bang magandang liman nasa loob? Sino ba magandang nagsisimula? Sino ba yung maganda off the bench? So it's really trying to get that right mix. And the only time you'll be able to get that right mix is when you get that effort. Yan yun ang hinahanap na toughness ni Coach Ricky na kahit nagaling sa panalo, whether sa talo, kung ano man mangyari, we're learning. We're trying to build and form a team with a lot of character.
Sabi nga ni Coach Ricky that he's in the business of forming a team. When he got the job, no, after nag-resign yung kanilang previous coach na si Chris Gavina. So let's see if the Kia Picanto will look, in the first quarter, they look much better already. Tingnan natin kung tuluyan itong magagawa nila for the next 3 quarters.
Chuck, allow me to share with you 5 assists for Kia in the first quarter alone. Eh, di ba numeral ko 10 assists sila for the total game?
So they're already halfway there.
Oh.
Still 3 quarters to play. Corpus. Nice swipe there by Rosario. Castro back in the game. Nagmamadali. Anthony Semerat for 3. That will not fall. Rebounded by Cobuntin. Sa kabila naman for TNT, Dom, they're up by 4 at the end of the first quarter, but you feel like you know, maybe not the usual aggression that we're seeing from TNT with in their past wins.
Yeah, the first 2 plays, for TNT. You know, they turn the ball over or nadepensahan din sila na maganda nitong Kia. That's somewhat set the tone. And they haven't really been able to make a lot of the outside shots. Actually, isang 3-point shot pa lang for TNT. If you remember that game at the Inares Center when Troy Rosario went 5 out of 6 from that 3-point area, and he was adjudged best player. That was, if TNT starts knocking down their 3-point shots, it's very difficult to stop them, and they haven't been consistent as a team so far this conference.
TNT has actually struggled in shooting that long ball. They're fifth in the league in 3-point shooting at 9.7 a game.
For a while, they were 10th in their first 3 games.
Sean McCarthy just blowing by Jason Castro.
And ito yung sinasabi mo, di ba? You gotta keep him busy on the defensive end, attack him, and you know, it should challenge Jason Castro as well.
The Blur trying to work on McCarthy. Gusto sana bawian pero hindi umabra ang kanyang turnaround jumper. He is only down by 1 with 8 remaining in this second quarter. Tubig kontra Pagoy. Tubig with a step back. Mahina ang tira ni Ronald, rebounded by Kelly. But there's this saying also that the worst kind of enemy to face is the wounded enemy, the wounded animal. Because yan yung maglalaro with desperation as Kelly Williams makes this jumper. You know, Kia's playing with a lot of purpose right now, and TNT has to be prepared for this also.
Both teams. You know, TNT, obviously, they felt that they could have won that basketball game against Magnolia. Kia naman, sigurado si Coach Ricky really, kumbaga, he imposed his presence because that's what a team like Kia needs. They need somebody that's strong. They need a strong leader that will be able to get them to that next level.
Nice shot there by Glenn Cobuntin. He gets that jumper to fall after that penetration by Ronald Tubit. Pogoy naman umaatake in a mismatch against Jackson Corpus. Or switch rather. Williams against Tubit. Pogoy. Supal pa lang inabot ni Sidney Onmubere. May 1.7 seconds remaining to shot clock ng TNT.
Love the defense of Kia playing with their feet and their hands to make it difficult for TNT to get a shot up.
TNT will have 1.7 seconds on their shot clock sa ating pagbabalik. Timeout on the floor as the Cantropa with a 1-point lead, 32-31.
So yun tayo ha. So subukan lang natin ito. Baka may quick shot tayo doon.
Machine Gun Kelly continues to test the rim at every occasion, continues to show his range, and continues to punish the Kia Picanto in this first half.
11 points, 3 rebounds for Kelly Williams. He started out shooting. You know, there are days that Kelly, he feels that he has the advantage and he will take shots. And his teammates have been setting him up well. But also, one little face-up, he's able to take those jumpers.
Jumping over everyone right now. Let's see what TNT has drawn up with this play. Kelly Williams, the lob will not fall, but the Catropa getting the offensive rebound, so they have 12 seconds on the shot clock. Cobuntin diving. Cobuntin completing the steal. Over to Corpus, masyado malakas. Camson wala din. Castro with the board. Onmubere kontra Tubid. Athletic finish from Sidney Onmubere.
When the referees don't make a call on one end, you got to make sure you get down on defense, especially against TNT. TNT knows how to transition that basketball.
Yun yung mga wasted opportunities. If you're Kian, it's a 3-on-1 fast break. Hindi pa na...
Tapos nagreklamo ka pa. So that means kung 3-on-1 dun, pagdating mo dun sa kabila, it's a advantage ng Kia naman.
4-on-2 sa kabila. That's right. Lead pass. Castro, thwarted by Tubid. Pogoy. Onmubere for 3. That will not fall. McCarthy will try to break down Onmubere. Rejected by Jason Castro. Nice up defense there by the Blur. And one for the Jason Castro as he sends Glenn Cobuntin to the deck.
Jason Castro just so strong and able to take that contact and have enough in him to be able to finish.
Dun siya nagsimula. He got the block from McCarthy at siya pa ang nagtapos. Look at the nice drive there by Onubere. That fast break is brought to you by United Auctioneers Inc., the biggest auction company in the Philippines, ISO certified. Sa bidding, ikaw ang bida. Jason Castro already in double digits with 10 points. All right, dribblers, open your Moneyball app dahil ito na ang ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball question. Saan ang place of birth ni TNT rookie Sydney Onubere? Is it number 1, Nigeria? Number 2, Cavite. Number 3, Valenzuela. Jack Corpus. Shot will fall for Jackson Corpus. Meron na po siyang 7 puntos sa ating laro. Jackson Corpus can get 10 points every game just because of his activity, though.
Well, he never gives up. Every time that there's a basketball there, he's going for it.
Sean McCarthy almost with the power finish there. Blur on Mubere. Binubulabog ni McCarthy si Jason Castro. Oh, rejected by Corpus.
And even there, kita mo, basta may nakita siyang bola, he's gonna go for the block, he's gonna go for the rebound, he's gonna go to be able to get that loose ball. Gotta love the energy of Jackson Corpus.
It's a block party din, Dom, kasi sa kabila naman, Norbert Torres. Isinupalpal ang Kia Picanto. Jason Castro, a little bit shaken up, no, but nice there by Jack Corpus to help up Jason Castro as Rory Garcia returning to this game. We're also seeing Carlo Lastimosa on the floor. Sean McCarthy has been quiet here in this first half. We got a report right now. We'll send it over to Riza.
Chuck, alam naman natin kung ano nga kayang gawin ni Carlo Lastimosa when it comes to offense. Bagay na aware din syempre si Coach Ricky Dandan. Pero paalala niya kay Carlo, more than offense, that would be a great help, but we need you also on the defensive end. Ang nagiging problema nga daw na Kia, for their past few games, they've been given up a whole lot of points. 111 on an average. Ang paalala niya, medyo old school. Pareho sila ni Coach Jolie pa. Sa lahat, hindi lang kay Carlo. Sa opensa, may araw na malas. Pero sa depensa nga daw, wala. Chuck.
Maraming salamat, Riza, and that's a great point shared by Carlo. No, that's also going to help him long-term, Dom, yung being more as a two-way player than just a scoring machine.
Well, definitely, you know, and these are good teachers. Coach Joe Lipa, you know, an icon in PBA basketball. Coach Ricky, obviously, under one of his prodigies, and they will definitely preach defense all the time. At tama sa depensa, wala namang araw na malas. It's just a lack of effort on that day. But on the offensive end, pwede kang malasin.
Jackson Corpus was able to save that ball bago mag-out of bounds. 37-33 lamang ang katropa ng apat. That's going to be in Feb 24 in Cagayan de Oro. Alaska versus San Miguel. That is going to be a tasty matchup as we see the brain thrust of the Kia Picanto, led by Coach Joe Lipa. And you can see the imprints of Coach Joe Lipa on this team, no, Dom? It's basically they're trying to start from scratch, trying to develop good habits on both ends, particularly on defense.
Coach Joe definitely a master of that. He's won a number of championships in all different levels of basketball. And, you know, he was the one that led UP to, if I'm not mistaken, their last championship in the UAAP with Benji Paras and Ronnie Magsanok, even Coach Eric Altamirano. And a lot of these players who moved on to coaching definitely got a lot of their kumbaga X and O's and yung character dito kay Coach Joe.
Dribblers, ang tamang sagot sa ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball question ay number 3, Valenzuela.
Hindi Venezuela, Valenzuela.
I was about to ask nga kung yun ba yung Venezuela sa may ano? Sa papuntang NLEX? Venezuela, right? Camson in the post. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Troy Osari with some solid defense there against Eric Camson. 4 segundo na lang sa shot clock ng Kia Picanto. Corpus. Camson. Great defense there by Troy. That is a bulldog on Falcon block. R. Garcia trying to break down Dan Sara. Gets it over to Troy.
Gotta love how Troy Rosario, even if he knows that he got fouled, did not stop. Made sure that, okay, I still have that basketball. Let me pick it up. He was trying to pass it out. Rather than looking at the referees and complaining.
Right.
And maybe even turn the ball over.
14 seconds on the shot clock for TNT. They've got a 5-point lead. Again, the battle of two teams that have had their struggles in scoring. That's why it's no surprise that this is a little bit of a defensive slugfest so far in the first half, though. 3 minutes remaining. Dan Sara was looking for a friendly face. That's another turnover on the Picanto.
It's only really been Kia been able to knock down those 3-point shots. 4 of 11 in the first quarter.
Di umabrantres ni Ari Garcia. Jackson Corpus with the board. Whoop! Cobuntin lost control of that ball, but Sara was able to handle. Helter-skelter basketball here in the Mall of Asia Arena. 6 seconds remaining. Cobuntin. Pinagpag itong si Cobere. Ginawa na lang niya ng paraan.
Cobuntin also one of those players that can attack off that dribble and get the contact and still be able to finish.
That's the strength of Glenn Cobuntin na nanggaling din sa National University. Garcia getting into Troy. Troy kontra Cobuntin. On Movere for 3.
3-point shooting na naman for TNT. So far this ball game not on point.
Smart move of the half is brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. Fade away there from Glenn Cobuntin. McCarthy and Lastimosa in the backcourt. If these two guys can figure it out together, that is an explosive backcourt, especially in scoring and in penetration as well. Cobuntin handling one-on-one against Troy. Step back from Glenn. That will not fall. Ryan Reyes almost taken away by McCarthy. Got a minute and 20 seconds to go here in this first half. Reyes. Beautiful find. Troy for 3. In and out for Troy.
I thought he was going to finally break that cover on that rim for TNT.
3 for 8 was Rosario against the Magnolia Hotshots. Hasn't made a three yet in this first half. Lastimosa pull up. Wala pa ring, only 2 points so far for Carlo in this first half, in his first game with Kia. Troy undergoes Stabby. That's going to be there all day. Big-to-big passing as Norbert finding Troy. Kia will sue for time as they look to finish strong. With 36 seconds remaining in this first half, lamang ng 5 puntos ang TNT Katropa against the Kia Picanto. Silipin natin itong power move of the quarter, brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink, tunay na lakas.
Low scoring quarter for both teams. Kia has only scored 11 in this second quarter. Para sa TNT naman, 12 puntos lang.
A lot of offense. These two teams are averaging less than 95 points per game. So the question is going to be, as we take a look first at the schedule of TNT, they take on Phoenix Feb 7, Barangay Ginebra Feb 11, and Global Port on February 14. So this is a tough stretch of games for the TNT Katropa, and Kia is not making it easy for them by any stretch.
And these teams na makakalaban nila are more or less pare-pareho yung kartada nila. So it's gonna be tough games.
Ramdam mo, no, the play of race is starting to really heat up. As Russell Escoto with a nice pull-up jumper. Papasa tatlong kalamangan ng Katropa.
And like we mentioned, 6 is the magic number for a assured quarterfinals berth. Hindi mo lang sigurado kung saan posisyon ka dahil malamang meron kang katay dyan.
Timeout requested by the TNT Katropa. Ito naman ang schedule ng Kia Picanto. Barangay Ginebra on Feb 7, Blackwater Elite on February 16, and the Global Port Batang Pier on Feb 21.
Also not an easy stretch for Kia. So like we mentioned, if Kia wants to be able to make it to the playoffs, they've got one win. One win against 5 losses. So they gotta get basically 5 straight wins, including this one.
More than I think more than looking at the playoffs, it is parang when you talk to Coach Ricky Dandan, ang hanap niya talaga is yung game-to-game improvement, development, even sometimes possession by possession. That'll help this young team long-term. And they're showing here in this first half na kaya nilang makipagsabayan against one of the best teams in the league.
Chuck, I just noticed Marquis, we haven't seen him play.
Great point, yeah. Troy cannot finish. But he gets his second
That's
serving.
how quick his second and third jump is. Nakita mo, pag bintis niya, nandun siya una on that second jump, but also on that third, he was right there if it missed.
Speaking of right there at the right time, Jack Corpus was able to finish. Sinagot niya ang tira ni Troy Rosario sa kabila. At dito po magtatapos ang ating first half of basketball. 3 puntos po ang kalamangan ng TNT kontra Kia. We will pause for a break sa ating pagbabalik, the halftime show, as well as our analysis dito po sa inyong PBA Philippine Cup on ESPN 5. At the half, 3 puntos po ang kalamangan ng TNT Katropa kontra sa Kia Picanto na palaban dito sa ating first half. Getting a lot of new players back on their squad, guys like Carlo Lastimosa and Russell Escoto making their debut. Kaya naman, on yung 3-point lead for TNT, you've got Chuck Araneta, kasama si Dominic Uy. And Dom, we're seeing a different Kia Picanto here compared to their what we saw against the Meralco Balls last
Oh,
week.
you like the defensive effort of Kia in today's ballgame, holding down so far itong TNT to just 42 points. And yung field goal shooting nitong TNT, really not good by their standards. In the second quarter alone, itong TNT only shot 26% from the field. Tingnan mo yung 3-point shooting nitong TNT. We said that Kia does not close out well on the 3-point shots, but today they've been doing a good job. 1 out of 11, 4 out of 16 naman para dito sa Kia. You look at the field goals, that was what we were mentioning. Both teams not really shooting all too well. Rebounding, obviously, that's TNT's department.
Yes.
Points in the paint. That's where TNT was able to get somewhat of a lead in that first quarter because of their guards being able to dribble and attract the defense and then dishing out to the big men.
2 players in double figures for the Katropa. Kelly Williams with 11. Jason Castro may 10 puntos. Kabila naman Jack Corpus returning from his hand injury had 9. And Rashawn McCarthy with 7. This quarter is brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka.
At Chuck, nakita na natin ito si Marquis pinasok na for Kia and even si Dylan Ababu. So Coach Ricky giving these guys a run.
A lot of new players, no? And new starting lineup dito sa second half din para sa Picanto. Yi, sneaky move against Troy, but he will be whistled for extra steps.
What a move by Marquis.
Marquis, the veteran, had a solid game also against the Meralco Bolts. Will try to provide toughness in the paint. Baka nakita rin nila yung problema nga ng Kia, which is the points in the paint. It's dominado sa ng TNT in the first half. Kelly Williams, too strong and too high. Picanto on the run. McCarthy absorbing the contact at the end one.
That's what I like about Rashawn McCarthy. You know, as he progresses here at Kia. Noong una, yung mga tira niya, di ba, 3 points lang, not really wanting to attack. But now he's gaining a lot more confidence, getting to the basket, getting the contact, and the 2 points.
This drive is brought to you by United Auctioneers Inc., the biggest auction company in the Philippines, ISO certified sa bidding, ikaw ang bida. Anytime you can do that to Jason Castro, you know you're a talented player. The blur may tangan. Matake kontra sa Picanto. Jason Castro answering back right away.
Jason Castro's got to wake up. He's got to be able to take control. This is that quarter na kung saan naunahan sila ng Magnolia in their previous game. And Kia, you remember, third quarter has always been their problem.
12 points for Castro in this ball game. Bantay sarado si McCarthy, finding it. A wide open Marquis and Rashawn McCarthy making things happen for the Picanto in this third period.
Alam na alam ni Marquis kung saan kailangan dalhin yung bola na hindi masusupalpal at ma-isushoot.
Reyes for three. Top of the key. Wala. Galanza, pinulabog ni Pugoy. Eventually recovered by Kia. Marquis for three. He cannot get that second shot to fall. Pugoy. Nowhere to go. Kelly Williams. Good idea by Marquis to just get out of the way of the poster.
Well, even better idea for Jason Castro to attack that defense, make them commit, and give that last-minute bounce pass to Kelly Williams. Slam dunk for him.
This defense of Kia, we've been talking about it, Dom. They've only gave up 6 fast break points to the TNT Katropa. They've done a great job of getting back in transition.
But not just that, the turnovers. Only 5 turnovers for Kia in the first 24 minutes of action.
Pituan si Dylan Ababu ng kanyang unang foul nating laro. For more on as we take a look at for more on what happened in the first half, let's send it over to Ms. Riza Diaz.
Chuck, interesting yung sinabi sa akin ng TNT coaching staff. They only had 1 foul in the second quarter. It's a good thing and a bad thing. But in this situation, they see it as a bad thing dahil daw it speaks of how they're not being aggressive on the defensive end. Hindi nga daw pwedeng tatayo-tayo sila and they will just let Kia do whatever they want to do in this game. Chuck.
Maraming salamat, Ms. Riza Diaz. Interesting stat you caught up right there as Bong Galanza goes the other way and gets the end one to fall.
Well, that's not the first time I've heard that. Even Coach Norman Black, sinasabi niya, itong Meralco, they play a lot better defense when they have fouls at a certain level. Tama din naman. You know, because if you're trying hard, there's a big opportunity or big chance na matawagan ka rin ng foul because you're playing basically at the limit na binibigay ng referee.
Galanza could have tied this game at 46 apiece pero hindi pumasok ang kanyang free throw. Castro against McCarthy. Jason Castro probing and scoring. The Blur is starting to take charge in this third period.
This is where they need him. In that previous game against Magnolia, sinabi nga natin, 14 points siya, but 10 points came in the first 2 quarters.
Marquis. Escoto top of the key against Kelly. Step back for Escoto will not fall. Pugoy with the board. Whoop. Oh, beautiful find from Reyes inside to Rosario.
Speeding up this ball game a little bit. Itong TNT getting a lot of open looks, getting layups. Easy points for TNT so far.
Umangat sa 5 ang kalamangan ng TNT Katropa, 50-45. Back to live action in the third period. To take a look at this drive by the Blur, this smart move of the half is brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. And what a third quarter it has been so far for Jason Castro. They have been unable to shake itong Kia Picanto. But quick burst after being only up by 1. Meron na silang 5-point lead, 50-45. Dylan Ababu to inbound for the Kia Picanto. As now, there's different matchup here as Pugoy is now being the one tasked dito kay Rosan McCarthy. McCarthy. Oh!
Good call by the referees. Naglift yung pivot foot.
Quick find by our eagle-eyed referees on that turnover on Rashawn. Reyes is being hounded by Bong Galanza. Castro. They left Pugoy wide open. Kelly Williams there just muscling his way inside and getting the end one to fall.
If you're not shooting the ball well from the outside, if you're the big man, you go inside and anticipate that offensive rebound, just exactly what Kelly Williams did.
This High sa Tibay rebound is brought to you by Eagle Cement. High sa Tibay. And there were 2 red shirts there, but somehow Kelly Williams was just able to muscle his way inside and get that rebound and put back. And an extra rebound for TNT. They're diving on the floor and it is recovered by Escoto. Marquis. He against Kelly Williams. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Kia. Galanza has to take a shot over Kelly. In and out for Bong. Look at T just sticking his face there inside and getting that steal and the reverse.
Marquis so far getting the better of that matchup against Troy Rosario.
Taka ni Jason Castro and Diego Bra. Roshan over to Yi. Yi wide open. Corner shot is good for Marquis.
Marquis, 6 points already in the third quarter. At ngayon lang siya ginamit, ha?
Just does the right thing all the time for his squad.
Veterano.
Oo,
Ilang taon na ba siya sa liga?
ageless wonder. Yan na lang ang tawag sa kanya. Kelly Williams. Speaking of Marquis, I'd like to correct myself also. The first team of Marquis in the PBA was with the Burger King Whoppers back in the day with Coach Yang Yao. 5-point lead pa rin para sa katropa, 54-49. Mugoy with the steal. Reyes will glide inside and score the deuce.
One of the few times that TNT was able to get a wide open layup on the fast break na hindi nakabay itong Kia.
This is a dangerous time for Kia Dom. No, it's a 7-point lead ng katropa. As Rashad McCarthy pull up for 3, then Dio Mubra rebounded by Troy. TNT will try to stretch this lead. Jason Castro getting it over to Williams. Kelly hustle in hard inside. Can't get that shot to fall. McCarthy nagmamadali. Rashan bumitin sa ere. Give it the one.
I like how he's attacking a lot more. Kasi kaya eh. Diba, you can see him unraveling what else he has in his arsenal.
Playing also with a sense of urgency. Alam niyang lumalayo ng TNT. Take a look at this aggressive drive over Ryan Reyes. And McCarthy is the first Picanto to get in double figures. He's got 11 in this ball game. Balik din si Carlo Lastimosa para sa Kia. Marquis saving an extra possession for his squad. Galanza inside. Quick force and nothing spurt for Kia.
7 points now for Bong Galanza. He started out this ball game, knocked down a 3-point shot in the first quarter, and here in the third coming alive again.
Coach Nash Rosella, I'm looking at his body language, Dom. He looks like a frustrated coach right now with how his team's performing.
Well, we talked about the lack of aggressiveness ng Kia against Meralco. I feel in today's ball game, TNT, is just basically cruising so far. Haven't really imposed their will. And you talk about being a more talented team. The only way it'll be an easy game is if you actually put it to your potential.
This game is starting to have shades of that rain or shine Kia game where they were just hanging around. Itong Kia, lumamang na sila. Let's see if they can tie this game to 3 or get within 1 once again. Marquis just taking control and forcing the action. Nahuli. Sumabit itong si Norbert Torres. Third foul on Norbert Torres. As Marquis will head to the free throw line. Marquis with an impressive stint again, as Dom mentioned, na hindi siya naglaro buong first half. Pero agad meron na siyang, ilan naman ito si Marquis, may 6 points na siya sa ating laro. We have a report right now from Ms. Riza Diaz.
Chuck, to answer your question, Marquis has been playing in the PBA for 10 years. At isa sa mga dati niya naging kupunan itong TNT Katropa. Alam mo, friends pa rin siya with a lot of the players here. In fact, kanina, bago ang simula ng laro, kita ko nakikipagkwentuhan siya kay Jason Castro. Binigyan pa siya ng sapatos. Sabi niya, dati pa daw, ganun na yung gawain ng mga dati niyang kakampi sa TNT. Jason Castro, Jared Dillinger, lahat daw yan nagbibigay ng sapatos sa kanya. Chuck.
Maraming salamat, Riza. I've always felt Marquis a player you love to have on your side, but you don't want to play against him ever because of the way he plays.
He's a tough competitor, so ayaw mong kalaban. Dapat pala maging kakampi rin natin to si Jared tsaka si Jason.
Ayun.
Di ba? Size 13.
Size 10 and a half? 11? Sige, 11 na lang para may allowance. Tanong, sino bang ka-size ni Jay? Ikaw, ako? Ano si Jay?
Mukhang ikaw eh.
Ako ba? Tanong natin sa kanya mamaya. Ang ganda na yung suit niya ngayon eh.
Baka hindi pa ibibigay yan.
Baka hindi pa masyado maganda. Masyadong bago. 56-54 po ang ating talaan. look at the turnover stories. Each team with 8 turnovers already, Dom. Relatively under control turnovers for both squads.
Oh, Kia averages about 21, 22 turnovers a ball game. So 8, you know, when you're pretty much 3/4 of the way in the ball game, it's not bad.
Torres, long 2, will not fall. And there is going to be a loose ball foul on the Picanto. And wala pa rin sila sa penalty situation. Pang-apat pa lang nila na team foul. Bumalik si Jason Castro sa ating laro. Again, TNT playing without Mualatao Tua, who is down with suspected na food poisoning. Kabila naman, Kia is not also, wala pa rin si JR Reyes, who is still nursing an injury. Troy Gensi, nasundutan ni Isid Rosario. Rashawn McCarthy will not fall. Troy with the board.
And that matchup in this third quarter, Marquis still getting the better of Troy Rosario.
Torres. Ang ganda ng speed ni Torres, no? Talagang naiwanan niya itong si Eric Camson.
4 points for Norbert Torres. You want him to be able to get his confidence if you're TNT because kailangan mo yan pagdating ng quarterfinals, hahaba din yung rotation mo eh.
Especially without Autua, it's an opportunity for him to actually get some meaningful minutes. McCarthy for 3, that's good! Wow.
14 points now for Rashawn McCarthy, still leading the way para sa Kia Picanto.
Again, the most consistent player on this Kia squad has been Rashawn McCarthy. And a turnover forced by Kia. They're only down by 1. Carlo Lastimosa ngayon, siya ang magtitipon para sa Kia. 3 minutes remaining in this third period. It has been a war at the Mall of Asia Arena. Lastimosa. Camson. Oh, Eric Camson! And the Picanto have taken a 1-point lead against the Katropa.
I like how Camson did not opt for that 3-point shot. He hasn't really been making it in today's ball game. Took it strong, got the 2 points.
And a turnover forced once again by the Picanto. Lastimosa for 3. Bang, bang!
Just like that, Kia has taken the lead. 4-point lead para sa Kia Picanto. We were talking about the third quarter being a problem for Kia, but not in today's ball game.
Troy, tutok-tok si Troy ha. So dito 4 small ha. Para nakaka-roll tayo. Hindi tayo nakaka-roll eh. Ikutan niyo yung hard show bago niyo ipasa. Guard. Kicking our ass on effort. It's just effort.
The Kia Picanto have flipped the switch in this third period, led by the second-year man, Rashawn McCarthy. 14 puntos na ang naiambag ni Rashawn McCarthy dito sa ating Dorodo.
Well, Rashawn McCarthy, obviously, this is a breakout conference for him. Ever since he moved to the Picanto, has been given the opportunity to play major minutes at hindi naman niya pinapahiya yung binibigay na trust sa kanya ng Kia.
He was also one of his 4 assists in this game. Yung isa dito kay Carlo Lastimosa sa may right quarter, knocking down that 3-pointer to give them a 4-point lead, 62-58. Tingnan natin kung paano sasagot ang TNT. Look at that sticky defense by Eric Camson, forcing Jason Castro to burn a timeout. Castro is talking to our referees, but TNT sues for time. They blow another timeout. They are still down by 4, 62-58.
We've made a few adjustments offensively, a couple, and we got to be sharper on our defensive rotations. But most of all, I think the guys just got to remain confident in themselves and their own ability, and then hopefully it'll just carry over to everyone so that we can play confident and play together.
Only in his second year in the league, and Rashawn McCarthy has just embraced this role as one of the go-to guys for this young squad.
Oh, you like how right from the start, andun na siya sa scoring. Kumbaga hindi nawalan, did not miss a beat. He was right there right away, willing to accept that challenge. And I feel its own yung potential nitong si Rashawn McCarthy makikita natin this conference.
Lastimosa kontra kay Semerad. Carlo getting it inside to Yi, but that's a turnover. Semerad to the blur. Garcia for two. That's good.
You gotta quicken the pace if you're TNT. So far, kinukumpas ng Kia kung paano yung gusto nilang pace. They've been able to slow down itong TNT and be able to play half-court offense.
Gamson nonchalantly taking that tray. Enrique Dandan di makapaniwala. Oh no, Reyes is down. Reyes is down on the other side. Holding on to his, that is Armor's elbow. Reyes is down.
Mukhang naipit.
Oh. Parang may sumabit sa pagkatayo ni, and he can't put any pressure. Mukhang di pa niya magalaw yung arm niya. We're hoping that Ryan Reyes is okay. Alam natin, Reyes, one of the most reliable veterans on TNT. Let's take a look at this once again. Ooh, naipit siya kay Marquis, so box out for that rebound.
Could have hyperextended his elbow.
And again, that's the physicality that that Kia, led by Marquis, really wants to play with. And Ryan Reyes paid the price. Let's hope he can come back in this game. Pogoy, Yi, great defense once again. Norbert Torres is there, getting the offensive rebound, and he'll get an extra shot at the free throw line.
This is where they're missing Mo Tautua. Tautua also one of those guys that can get to the open spot, get us offensive rebounds. So Norbert Torres needs to put in double the effort.
Norbert Torres already with 6 points in this ball game. They're taking a look at etong si Reyes. Subukan natin makibalita kay Ms. Riza Diaz about what happened to Reyes as we move forward with a minute and 15 remaining. Lumamang na naman ang TNT dito sa ating third period, 63-62. Bongkalanza over to Lastimosa. He has played only this third quarter and has done a spectacular job. Marquis, with shot will not fall. Semerad nagmamadali. Castro. Garcia for three. Rashawn McCarthy will look to slow things down for his squad. Instead, he pulls up for three. And Kia has this bad habit, no, Dom? Yung bigla na lang silang titira ng low percentage shots, which leads to fast breaks on the other side.
Well, then naghahanap sila ng puntos eh. Because there was a big run by TNT. They were trying to go back to that three-point shot, but just Jason Castro taking over here in the third quarter in terms of the offense para sa TNT.
This power move of the quarters brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Tunay na lakas. Tunay na the blur. Siya ang sa free throw line, Jason Castro, with 16 points in this ball game. Make that 17.
7 points so far in the third quarter for Jason Castro.
This is a fun matchup we're seeing in front of us. Jack Corpus against Anthony Semerad, no? Dalawang energizers, dalawang physical players. Maski screen, nagbabanggaan silang dalawa eh. Escoto. Kelly Williams was looks a little grimacing about something, but seems to be okay. Kelly, nice find inside. Tupogoy over Jack Corpus, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the third straight end-one play na nagawa ng TNT Katropa.
I like how they're moving that basketball, making the defense of Kia flex and contract, and then pag nag-help yung depensa then last minute little pass by TNT for an easier shot.
What about Roger Pugoy also getting that shot? Bago makahabol etong si Jack Corpus.
And so far, Chaka, nag-timeout kanina, di ba? Itong Kia, 62-58. Napako so far itong Kia in the last 2.5 minutes.
Dito po magtatapos ang ating third period. Lumamang ng 4 ang Kia. Pero biglang naibaliktad ng TNT Katropas. Sila naman ang lamang ng 7, 69-62 as we head into the final quarter of this ballgame. Pero ngayon naman, this quarter is brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka.
11-0 run to close out that quarter itong TNT.
For young teams, no, it's about these moments. So, lumamang ka na, but then you can't start, getting overconfident or relaxing because this is a talented team in TNT that will make you pay.
And it only takes one run for TNT. You gotta be able to be smart and be solid. When I say be solid, make good decisions.
To your point, Don, that's a 13-0 run now that TNT is on as they have found an antidote, and it is attacking inside.
Plus, they've gone smaller. Tignan mo yung 4-guy nila, itong si Semerad. But looks like that's gonna change.
Pakibalita muna tayo kay Ms. Riza Diaz.
Tsaka I was talking to assistant coach Josh Reyes, and according to him, okay naman. Mas maganda yung pinakita nila on the defensive end of the third quarter. Ang problema, nagiging careless daw in handling that leather. Just an update on Ryan Reyes. It's a hyperextended elbow. And as of the moment, iniyelo nila yung elbow na yon. Wala pa talagang clearance na kung pwede na siya bumalik because as of the moment then, when I spoke to him, it's very painful. Chuck.
Maraming salamat, Riza, and hyperextended for Ryan Reyes. Again, one of the most reliable veterans sa koponan ni Coach Nash Rosella. We're hoping he can come back eventually.
Well, they're hoping na hindi na siya kinakailangan pabalik in this ball game, that the other guys will be able to take care of business and get this W.
Jack Corpus breaking the 13-0 run by TNT. Lead is down to 7. Pogoy kontra lastimosa Roger Pogoy. They've found success, no, Dom, yung penetration and then may big sa ilalim na handoff na lang.
Kinakailangan gamitin nila yung quickness nila eh. That's their biggest advantage with the guards. We saw that at a statistic at the half. Diba yung inside points?
Alright, dribblers, ito na ang ating Phoenix Accelerate Volleyball Best Player of the Game. Congratulations to Dino Verano as we witness another throwdown by Kelly. That's his third dunk of this ball game.
Another attack, naiwanan yung primary defender. Tumulong yung helper na big man, and then one extra pass for TNT. Slam dunk.
Turnover forced by Anthony Semerad on the Kia Picanto. So bola babalik sa katropa. Take a look at this once again. Nice find. Passing in the paint. That leads to that Kelly Williams throwdown. Dan Sara injected into this game. Semerad. Still 12 seconds on the shot clock for TNT. Hindi sila magmamadali. Garcia. 5. Semerad sent back by Corpus. RR for 3. In and out. Look at Pogoy with the offensive rebound and the putback.
All that toughness. Oh, but there's a 24-second violation, so hindi counted yun.
Hindi counted. Thought it hit the ring, but apparently it did not hit the ring in time, so that is going to be considered a turnover. So back to a 9-point lead for TNT. Escoto back in the ball game, top of the key. Cobuntin trying to break down Semerad. Oh, just erases Anthony Semerad from the picture.
Also a scorer, itong si Glenn Cobuntin. And you can see already the guys that are loving their role here at Kia. Guys like McCarthy, Glenn Cobuntin, Marquis, obviously you know that he's a veteran and he does what needs to be done.
Garcia trying to lose the Picanto. That's broken up by Kia. Dan Sara nagmamadali. Semerad and Pogoy giving chase. Getting it to Jackson Corpus with a hammer dunk all over TNT.
And you like how Jackson Corpus started out that play. He helped out. He was able to anticipate that lob pass to Kelly Williams and then sprinted down at nakuha niya yung slap dunk.
Good na extra pass din ni Dan Sara. No, he got defense coming towards him. Left itong si Corpus wide open. Injured handa pero nagpupull up din siya sa ring. Less than 9 minutes remaining. Tubid. Tumilapon itong si Jack Corpus.
Sold that call to the referees.
Made sure that either Kelly or Troy would be whistled for that foul. Take a look at itong unselfish pass ni Dan Sara. The monster jam by Jackson Corpus. Jack Corpus back in action a little bit earlier than everyone expected. Meron na po siyang 13 puntos na naiyapag. Tubid for 3. Will not fall for Ronald. Rebounded by Kelly. Only a 5-point lead for TNT. They just cannot seem to shake this Picanto squad. Garcia make that 8-point lead.
I was gonna say the missing ingredient so far for TNT yung 3-point shooting.
It's such a strange sight to see, on a team with Troy Rosario, Jason Castro, Roger Pugoy, that they would have problems scoring the basketball. But that has been a problem for them, yeah.
2 out of 18 so far itong TNT from the 3-point area.
Tansara getting that shot to drop. Naka full court press dito ang Kia Picanto. Naito with Troy Rosario with 8 minutes remaining in this ball game. Castro will try to work on Jack Corpus. Reyes also is back in the game. Good sight to see Ryan Reyes returning on the floor for TNT. Just could not get that shot to drop. Babalik na rin ni Coach Ricky Dandan etong si Rashawn McCarthy. This could be the last stand for Kiano. They're only down by 6, but they have to try to make their move already.
That's a quick stint for Troy Rosario.
A lot of players on the TNT squad, but in and out there, no? Trying to find that right combination. Tubid wants Reyes one-on-one. And one of the better defenders in the PBA today, Ryan Reyes. Pero may 7 seconds pa ang TNT. The steal is brought to you by United Auctioneers Inc., the biggest auction company in the Philippines. ISO certified sa bidding, ikaw ang bida. At bidang-bida rin ang pasa. Jason Castro kay R.R. Garcia for 2. Garcia's got 8 points in this ball game. Usually starting, but this time he came off the bench.
Pang-apat na assist yun ni Jason Castro.
Tubid. Series of moves by Ronald Tubid. At
Gusto niya makabawi. Kanina kasi nung bumoposte siya, nasundutan siya.
Iniba niya ang atake.
On the other side naman, para dito kay Ronald Tubid.
The Saint at the line, Ronald Tubid. It's been a quiet game for Tubid, only with 3 points thus far in our ball game. Pagkakataon na rin natin na batiin si Boss Bobby Rosales, who is the governor of Kia. Happy birthday! Celebrating on Feb 3, if I'm not mistaken. Happy birthday, Boss Bobby. Ooh! 0 for 2 for Ronald Tubid. Sayang ang pagkakataon na yan. The bigger Glenn Comontin on Jason Castro. Castro pulls up for 3. Bang, bang!
Just a little bit of confusion that time dun sa depensa. And Jason Castro just pulling up for the 3. 20 points now for Jason.
We've now crossed over beyond so-so. Good game na to para kay Jason Castro.
And he's been aggressive, especially your third and the fourth quarter.
Airball ang inabot ni Rashawn McCarthy. Castro nagmamadali. Foul is whistled on Jack Corpus. Nagbigay na lang ng foul kesa sa fast break na atake nitong si Jason Castro. May timeout po tayo with 6 minutes remaining and an 11-point lead for the TNT Katropa. kontra sa Kia Picanto, 81-70. Welcome back to the Mall of Asia Arena, and Dom, TNT has had a lot of success getting their points in the paint.
Well, you look at this play right here by TNT. You see Pogoy with a screen from Kelly Williams. If you pause it right here, you look at the spacing of the guys para sa TNT. This is that pick and roll here. Pogoy will actually attack, rather RR Garcia will attack. And you'll see the defense adjust. If you roll the play, the defense will adjust. Tumulong ito si Escoto. Then a little pass and a little pass once again dito kay Kelly Williams because na-late yung pagtulong nitong Kia, and they've spread out. What I wanted to point out there is they're spreading out the floor really well, and basically that's 3-on-3 basketball ang ginawa nila off that pick and roll with RR Garcia and Kelly Williams, and then Troy Rosario diving down and giving that little bounce pass to Kelly Williams. Napakadali ng basketball because the two guys also can shoot the 3 points, so they spread the floor out really well.
So for Kia, was that about communication and knowing who to switch on to try to prevent also that roll by Kelly?
Well, you helped out. You know, ano yun eh, pakita lang yun the 5 on the floor for TNT was able to communicate well, set a good screen, kept the defense of Kia honest, and then just able to go to that right spot. It was well-executed play.
Jack Corpus making things happen on the other side. Nahanap niyo si Sean McCarthy. Mabasa 9 ang kalamangan ng TNT. Eric Camson is back in the game for the Picanto. Sabay niya si Jackson Corpus and Glenn Cobontin in the backcourt. Castro nagtitipon. 7 segundo na lang sa shot clock. Garcia. Castro. Garcia na naman. In and out, and look at Jackson Corpus skying for that board.
Well, they're really loving that Jackson Corpus is back.
Oh yes,
They serviceable.
They missed this guy.
Kasi rebounds, puntos, and just that aggressiveness and that energy.
3-pointer on the way. That's 5 straight points for Sean McCarthy.
Keeping this game within reach for the Picanto.
Grabe. Kia has answered every run with a run of their own. Torres. Supal pa lang inabot kay Corpus.
Tentative that time, itong si Norbert Torres.
Corpus is playing like a man that has missed playing basketball. Camson saving the possession for his squad. Nawala na sa kanya yung bola, pero nagawa niya pa rin na
It's just the
paraan.
hustle of Kia not wanting to go down. And Jackson Corpus, just an epitome of the energy ng Kia. Eric Camson also creating that play, creating that opportunity for the Picanto to cut the lead down to 4.
That block by Camson, or rather by Corpus. That leads to a post move from Camson. Kaya naman 4 na lang ang kalamangan ng TNT dito sa pang-4 na yusto. TNT was able to make a 13-0 run at the start of the 4th. Pero sinagot naman ng Kia Picanto with their own version, a 7-0 blast. Only a 4-point lead for TNT as we approach the final 4.5 minutes. An impressive showing, win or lose by Kia, Dom.
Oh, definitely Kia. You know, yung linaro nila no rain or shine, being able to compete right off the tip and being able to continue on. I think third quarter is always when they dip, but this third quarter they were able to make that big run as well.
See some of the si dito si Boss Dicky Bachman, of course. Sama niya si Boss Danny Espiritu, the fresh faces, and some of the VIPs ng ating PBA. Rosario may tangan. Binigay dito kay Castro, 8 seconds. Jason Castro para sa TNT.
They got to be able to set up Jason Castro. He's got that advantage. If they need points, you go back to the blur.
Back to a 6-point lead. 4 minutes remaining. Galanda for 3. Hindi umubra.
The defense now of TNT has to go to work. They got to knock out the life of Kia.
Kelly Williams against Camson. Kelly lumbering inside. Now Kelly Williams just going one-on-one against Eric Camson. Lead is back to 8.
leading all scorers. Kelly Williams now with 23.
What a performance here from Machine Gun Kelly. He has answered the call in the absence of Moala Tautua. McCarthy for three. Tough shot there from Rashawn, well defended by Roger. Castro, Pogoy. That's not gonna fall for Roger Pogoy. And a turnover stop by, a stop created there by the Kia Picanto. We got a timeout on the floor once again with 3 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. Lamang ng 8 ang TNT Katropa. Jackson Corpus, Action Jackson. He has been the missing piece for the Kia Picanto. They've sorely missed him, and they felt his return in this game, Dom.
What a huge game so far for Jackson Corpus, already with 13 points and about 6 rebounds. A couple of dunk shots. Look at that, 3 steals and 3 blocks. Hindi pa kasama yung rebounds dyan para dito kay Jackson Corpus. At very efficient yung energy, yung tapang dinadala ng Jackson Corpus para sa Kia.
Usually, no, kung galing ka sa injury, medyo matagal bago ka makakabalik. Pero itong si Jackson Corpus,
Starting 5, oo, kaagad.
tapos go hard ka agad. Diba? Walang buwelo-buwelo eh. Camson is trying to lose. Troy Rosario finding Corpus. Masyado masikip. Pogoy with good defense on McCarthy, but the ball will remain with Kia. Once again, Coach Nash Rosella sending in Aaron Garcia. Beautiful find inside. McCarthy two-man game with Jack Corpus.
Good two-man ball game that time. Yun yung sinasabi natin, di ba, yung chemistry na nabubuo ng Kia, you can slowly see it unfolding.
15 puntos na po para kay Jackson Corpus ating laro. 15-6, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Garcia over to Pogoy. 5 seconds remaining. 4. Pogoy will have to create. The floater from Roger will not fall. Kelly is wide open for that offensive rebound.
Kelly Williams, spectacular ball game. 23 points. I think a double-double already.
Oh, beautiful drive by Kelly, pero hindi pumasok, masyadong malakas. We are approaching the final 2 minutes of this ball game. McCarthy trickles in. These last 2 minutes is brought to you by Cobra. Cobra Energy Drink, may laban ka.
We talked about the toughness. Remember, sinabi mo nung itong Kia, every time magra-run ng TNT, may pangsagot din ng Kia. And that's what they're doing once again.
TNT playing without Jason Castro in this fourth quarter. Scramble. McCarthy and Semerad hit the deck. And Rashawn is whistled for that foul. That's only the first foul of Kia in the final 2 minutes. Jason Castro is trying to return to this game. And is able to get in. So pinaupo muna si Pogoy. Castro lamang inbound para sa kanyang koponan. Whoop. Slip there by Jay. Here comes Jack Corpus. Sinigurado na lang muna. Oh,
Jason's
hurt.
looks like he twisted his ankle.
That's the spot where Semerad and etong si Corpus, no? Yun yung bumagsak.
Lost his footing.
Dahil sa bilis ng pangyari, no? They weren't able to clean up that spot. So let's hope Jason is okay. Because this is in a tight battle ng TNT and Kia Picanto. Kia is just leaving it all on the floor.
Well, you like how they're able to react. Alam mo yung nakita natin nung game nila against Rain or Shine, that little tip by Mark E. You can see them being able to react to game situations and making that right decision. Yung kita mo yung Jackson Corpus, bilang nakita, uy, may opportunity to be able to get that steal. Got that steal, converted the 2 points. So you like how the development of Kia is.
Kia Picanto again. This does not look anything like the team that was destroyed by 29 points in their previous game. They are just taking it to one of the best teams in the PBA, in the TNT Katropa. Let's see if they can complete this defensive stop. Take a look at this, no? Dito yung bumagsak si Jason. That's exactly the spot where they fell. No? Yung sa may top of the key. Tingnan natin kung makakabalik pa si Jason. Crucial possession for the Katropa here. A crucial stop if Kia can complete. Blown by R. Garcia. Oh, beautiful drive by Garcia. The crossover and then the outstretched arms getting that shot to drop. Lead is back to 4.
And that's the beauty of having an R. Garcia. Even if you don't have Castro there, he can also create for himself or his teammates.
Capson. Step back for Eric Capson. That will not fall. And Pugoy grabbing that board. Minute remaining in this ball game. Garcia contra Galanza. 10 seconds. Garcia once again. Undergoes stab! And that's 4 straight points for Ryan Roos Garcia, taking control without the blur.
You look at how he's able to set up himself off those pick and rolls, being patient, not just attacking it right away, waiting for that right time, lulling the defense of Bong Galanza, then going deep and getting that reverse layup.
All right, we have this opportunity. Makibalita tayo. Let's listen in to Coach Ricky Dandan and the Kia Picanto.
We need to score here. Glenn. Over here. Eric, Jack.
Coach. Time out na tayo.
Meron pa. Rashawn, you're here. Yeah. Bong, look at this, Bong. On snap, kailangan tamaan nyo, Bong. Merong naka-face guard dito. Tamaan mo yan, ha? Then, Rashawn, come out here. Tamaan mo to, ha? Para hindi ma-deny. Kailangan tamaan nyo to. Now, Rashawn, when you get this, be here, Glenn. Starts for Bong. Okay, Bong? Now look at this. If you have it, you go. If not, back screen for Rashawn. Rashawn, you get it and finish.
Kia Picanto was knocking on the door of this ball game, only down 4.
All about execution right now for Kia. A 6-point lead, 44 seconds left. The window of opportunity is closing.
Let's see what Coach Ricky Dandan and his squad were able to draw up to get it to McCarthy. Almost a steal by Pugoy. McCarthy getting a switch, Rosario. Pubunti na atake. Finding it inside to Jackson Corpus. Oh, supal palang inabot kay Kelly, but there will be a foul.
Jackson Corpus making himself available once again for that pass and going up strong.
That extra pass from Kobuntin. These two guys have just been battling this entire ball game. Jackson Corpus goes to the line. He's shot 3 out of 4 from the free throw stripe. Oh, can't get that first to drop. So let's see if Corpus will be able to salvage this possession. Kung makakuha siya na isa pang free throw.
Back-to-back misses for Jackson Corpus, but look at Kia going for that ball.
Pugoy getting entangled na naman dito kay Jack Corpus. Every time there is a ball that is that can be grabbed, you will either find Jack Corpus or Roger Pugoy there. But I believe Pugoy will be jumping against Eric Camson. Or is it going to be Corpus?
Should be Jackson Corpus.
Right, so Corpus against Pugoy. Ball goes to Kia. 23 seconds remaining. Galianza for 3, wala.
Look at
Corpus
Jackson
going
Corpus
for that rebound. 16 seconds. Galianza will get inside, lead is down to 6. Make that 4.
So that's a 29-second bawas dun sa clock natin. Finally nakashot itong Kia, but you gotta love how they are not giving up. I mean, They missed the shot, they made some mistakes, they missed the free throws, but the effort of getting that offensive rebound.
So now they're gonna have to play the fouling game against etong
Well, you gotta deny
TNT.
first and try to go for that steal.
Right.
If you don't get that steal, then that's the time to foul. So it looks like itong Kia will have to choose kung sino ba ang kailangan nilang i-foul.
It's gonna be crucial to see kung sino ang ipapasok ni Coach Nash Racela for this crucial possession. Looks
What
like
a
it's gonna
game,
be
What a
very
game so
impressive game.
far. You gotta love the effort of Kia Nagiseng, whipping them back into play. Itong si Coach Ricky Dandan.
Pogoy, Garcia, Kelly Williams, Troy Rosario, and Anthony Semerat will be on the floor. As Kia will, of course, tulad nga na sinabi mo doon, will first try to steal. If not, they'll have to play the fouling game.
Oh, waiting a little bit too long.
Nawala sa kamay ni Pogoy yung bola. Hindi niya nakuha. Sayang yan.
Well, alam din kasi ng TNT na ipa-foul sila, so they're trying to keep that ball out of their hands quick. Leave it and pass it right away.
Garcia goes to the free throw line. Calmly takes care of the first. Garcia with an impressive finish to this last 2 minutes, no?
Last 6 points dito kay RR, or rather 5 points ng TNT.
Coach Ricky Dandan is suing for time, but there's only 5 seconds remaining. McCarthy will have to take the 3. Wala. At dyan na po.
Mukhang hindi narinig ni Rashawn McCarthy yung timeout. Coach Ricky Dandan wanting to be able to get an opportunity to set up at least a play with a better chance of making it, even if you're down 5.
They had a timeout to give, but they weren't able to use it. And as a result, TNT Katropa picks up a 90-85 victory. Give credit to the Kia Picanto, but this was an impressive finish here for TNT. And this power move off the quarter is brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Tunay na lakas. 90-85 ang ating talaan. And Dom, we saw TNT go through some scary situations, but at the end, they're poised. And of course, their bench was a key in picking up this victory, led by this guy, Kelly Williams, who finished with a monster performance in this ballgame.
23 points, 8 rebounds, 11 out of 18 from the field. Itong si Kelly Williams making himself available when they needed him off those drives by the guards of TNT. You gotta give credit also to the other guys ng TNT, guys like Garcia and Jason Castro also playing splendid games. But Kelly Williams right off the bat, getting those jumpers, getting those dunks, setting the tone.
TNT climbs to 4-3 in the standings, while Kia falls once again to the bottom. And dito na po magtatapos ang unang laro. Coming up next, the Phoenix Fuel Masters kontra sa Alaska Aces. Sa ngalan ni Dominic Oy and Ms. Riza Diaz, this is Chuck Araneta for your PBA Philippine Cup on ESPN 5.